Hi guys, so this is my Dagenham and Redbridge season review 2012-2013. It's not going to be a long video. I'm just going to be talking about my opinions on who I think the stars of the season are, best game, worst game, and really what I feel could be improved for next season. Obviously these are my views, so obviously I don't run the football club, so obviously this isn't what will happen, but this is what I think should happen anyway. Stars. One of the stars of the season for me is no longer with us, but Dwight Gow. He decided to leave for November for Peterborough, but he was greatly missed. I can tell you that right now. I saw an interesting fact actually about him. When he was in our team, the team scored just over 30 goals in the first 20 odd games, and since then we hardly scored at all. We struggled. We just about scored 25 in the whole second half of the season. So, we really did miss him. We've got Sam Williams, of course, who for me isn't the best striker in the world, or he's been released now. But I was never really a big fan of him anyway. Jake Reed's good, but he's inexperienced, he's still young, he's still got a lot to learn. Who I'd like to see us give a go is Gianluca Greco. We signed him in January, but we've seen him for literally 2 minutes. He came on when we was 4-2 down against Bristol Rovers. What the point of bringing him on was, I don't know, because it wasn't going to do nothing. But and he didn't really have a chance to show us what he can really do. But I was speaking. This is true. I was speaking to the manager a couple of weeks ago, and he said to me that he's going to try Greco pre-season and hopefully give him a chance next season. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Especially if we can't sign a goal scorer. I mean, once Gal left, we had a lack of goal scorers up front. I mean, Ben Strevens wasn't the same once he come back. Medialito lost form a bit towards the end of the season. Reed managed to get a couple of goals, but again, he's not a prolific goal scorer. Louis Dennis tried, and Sam Williams was injured, so we had no one really. And in the end, I think that's why we only stay up by the skin of our teeth, to be quite honest. And I hope Wayne Burnett does what he says and bring a striker in the summer. He said to me that the first thing he's going to do is bring in a striker, and he's a wise man. He knows what he's doing. So obviously, we'll be interested to see who comes in there. Um, we had a rather shocking player as well this season. Many dads agree with me that Jonathan Miles won't go down in history as the greatest player ever to play in a Daggers shirt. We saw him away at Barnet, but he didn't really have a chance to do much, so I couldn't really judge him for that. And then we saw him at home to Bristol Rovers, and it was possibly one of the worst goalkeeping displays I've ever seen. Now, I'm not normally one to be critical of professional footballers because I'm not exactly a great footballer myself, but honest to God, it was horrible. I hid my face for most of that game because he was just shocking. And it's fair to say he only played that one game, and then we brought in Jordan Seabright, who for me looks an excellent young keeper. He's still got a lot to learn, of course, but great backup for Chris Lewington, of course. Um, for me, our best performance of the season, without a doubt, 5-0 win over Big Fat Evans, Rotherham. Uh, we just dominated the whole game. Rotherham didn't turn up. I remember hearing Evans tried to stop the game at one point as well, the fat bastard, because of abusive chants or something from the crowd. I don't know. He's making something up just because he's too scared to face us. It was a fantastic game, and real credit to the boys there. We had quite a few good performances this season. That was the best one. Another one I was quite impressed with. We beat Bradford City 4-3 at home. That was a tight one. My heart was racing, especially in the last few minutes of that one. Once Bradford had scored their third goal, I was really panicking. Oh no, I hope they don't score a fourth. But thankfully, we managed to hold on for that one. And the other great performance I saw from us this season was the 3-0 win over Gillingham. And we just blew Wickham, sorry. I wish we beat Gillingham. We just blew Wickham off the park, to be honest. And I know at the time Wickham were going for a bit of a struggle, but they proved themselves to be a half decent side because we went to Adams Park later in the season and they beat us. So Um, worst performance of the season for me. Oh God, I saw quite a few shockers this season. Oh dear, God. worst one overall has got to be worst game overall. It's got to be Aldershot at home. That was dire. Honestly, I fell asleep for 90 minutes. So I don't recall there being a single shot on goal from either side in that game. That was just woeful. But worst performance from Dagenham and Redbridge in a match this season has got to be, this may surprise some of you, but Northampton at home. We only lost 1-0, but it was honestly the worst I have seen us play at home in a long while. Like we was nowhere near them. It was all over us, and quite frankly, I'm surprised it was only 1-0, to be quite honest. And it's not a match that we'll want to live in a memory for the right reasons. I mean, we played Northampton last season, lost 1-0, but again, it wasn't a great performance. But this one was completely shocking, to be honest. Another very bad performance was, along with several other performances towards the end of the season, but my main bad one was 4-2 against Bristol Rovers. I mean, going 3-0 down inside 15 minutes, you know, not exactly what you want to do. So again, but we managed to come back in that one, which is why I didn't choose that as the worst performance of the season. Well, Luke Wilkinson won our Player of the Season award, and that's it. Yeah, I would have chosen him, to be honest. He was consistent throughout, scored a few goals. Yeah, he did make mistakes, but if I didn't choose him, I would have probably chosen Scott Doe, because he's one of my favourite daggers. He's a great player, solid centre back. Again, he makes mistakes, but he's always there and fantastic. Obviously, not forgetting Beast Femi, of course. Those would be my top three in terms of players for the season that are still at the club, of course. What do I expect the manager to do over the summer? Well, if I was Wayne Bennett, I would go about buying a striker, preferably a decent one, because we need a striker to score goals, because we are woeful up front at the moment. Obviously, I don't know what Greco can do, but we need a striker that's proven at League 2 net level, like obviously not him, because I think he's an arsehole, but someone like Lee Hughes, or someone who's got that goal scoring ability, someone like Tom Pope from Port Vale. Obviously it won't be him because they won't sell him, but someone who's got the ability to score that many goals in a season, like Ryan Woodall done last season in 2011-2012. I think he scored 14 goals overall in the season, won our Player of the Season. So someone like him preferably. Or if not, I would put Greco and Woodall up front. I'd give them two a chance, because Woodall done well, especially against York. I don't think he was given a fair chance this season, to be honest. Josh Scott done alright as well. So if we can't get a striker, then get one of them in. I think really that's the only area of the team we need to improve on. And yeah, that's it basically. So I'm looking forward to next season, of course, down at Dagenham and Redbridge. 2013-2014 season I'm quite optimistic about it, and I'll be happy with a mid-table finish, to be honest, because let's face it, even though we've got 51 points, we can't afford or can't be much worse than we did this season. I think obviously as well, people say John Steele was one of the main factors of us being in that relegation struggle, but obviously me and some of my fellow Dagenham and Redbridge fans feel that we was in decline way before then anyway, so I don't think it's got anything to do with it personally. But anyway, that's my Dagenham and Redbridge season review for the season 2012-2013. Those are just my views really on the team and what I feel could be improved and just something like that. I'll have another video coming to you this week. Me and my mate KidVirus53, you may know him for his PS3 videos. Me and him will be filming a video on WWE13 on Monday. Also, a quick shout out, go subscribe to my boy Jack Johnson. He's like me, he does a lot of football videos, and he's got some good views on West Ham, of course, and obviously he's a fellow football coach. Thanks to him, I've got a job as a football coach. So yeah, go subscribe to him. He's got some interesting videos, and that's it really. I'll see you all later this week. Check me out on KidVirus53's channel, and I'll let you know when that video is up. Okay, see you later, guys.